One other thing that I don't know if y'all have seen, but I definitely have seen is the Minecraft movie trailer. I have a lot to say about this, but first, let's just do a watch through of it. So we're just doing one watch through, no commentary. So that looks bad. That looks quite bad. I mean, everyone has been shitting on it, so I probably won't be saying anything new, but I just had a lot of thoughts about this when it came out. So I want to first compare this to something else, because this is like, of course, this is video game movie. And so the biggest question with the video game movies eternally has been, how do you adapt something for one completely different medium into this new medium? That has been the forever question. And so I want to look at something that made its attempt previously.
Gotta go fast.
Meow? Basically, it looks like I'm gonna have to save your planet.
Dude, I forgot how horrible this looked. But so like, anyway, I'm not gonna finish watching this through. But everyone hated this, right? Everyone hated this. Everyone shat on this. And so they changed it. Look, new official trailer.
I'm Sonic, a little ball of super energy.
But look, they completely reinvented the style. They're not reinvented, changed. So that it was more recognizable with the original thing. Because sure, the previous one probably would have made a good bit of money, but this is more recognizable to the core root of fans, right? And so they did. They adapted it. And because of it, now we have things like fucking Sonic 3, which is probably also going to make a lot of money because it also looks fun. Because they have fucking Keanu Reeves' Shadow. And the girl that's probably gonna get shot in the fucking head. But so they did that. Let's talk about another video game movie. Another one that got some pushback first when it was announced and discussed.
Cast members who will be voicing Mario and his friends in the movie.
What?
First, of course, is Mario, who will be played by Chris Pratt. Mario will be talking a lot in the movie. Next, Princess Peach will be played by Anya Taylor-Joy. Mario's little brother, Luigi, will be played by Charlie Day. I'm excited for you to see this.
I thought this was a joke.
Bowser will be played by the one and only Jack Black. Even though this is a Mario movie, Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance. He will be played by
no
Seth
way.
Rogen.
Okay, right? So people also, when this came out, were like, Jesus fucking Christ. Chris Pratt as Mario, what is this going to be? But in the end, once the original trailer actually did come out, people were more optimistic. Of course, the main thing they still criticized was the fact that it was Chris Pratt, but everything else at least looked good. Because look, it looks pretty much one-to-one with the games. Nice animation style. And I also wanted to show this clip so you could see Jack Black in a role that fits him.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
What is this place?
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
So when this trailer came out, the main thing people complained about was that Chris Pratt didn't fit in the role of Mario. But everything else they were fine with. But then we look back at the fucking Minecraft trailer, because this is a teaser, whereas these previous ones, once they showed more, it looked better. But this doesn't look good. It just doesn't. Like, you see shots like this doesn't look good. Like, you can kind of tell where the CG runs in and the real set runs out. Like right around here, I would guess. Like, this tree is probably practical. Actually, it may not be. I don't know. I could see 50-50. But like around the tree line here. Like, this is of course all CG. But you just look at so much of it and it just looks so generic. I mean, the sheep for one. Oh my God. The sheep doesn't look good. It doesn't look cutesy. Like, the sheep in the games looks like dumb and idiotic and goofy and derpy, but cute. This is not cute. It is all those other things. The llama kind of gets that better because you kind of can see more of the eyes and it's cuter that way. But like the sheep, how it's like redding in the eyes. Like, no. Like, that's an ender chest. That's what TNT looks like. I didn't even realize this. This is how they have items set up. There's a trident there. And also the way he's crafting something, people have been memeing about how like, what the fuck is this? What are those, like boots of Hermes? Is this Terraria? Like, this looks bad. But then you look at like these piglins. So the piglins are the thing I have the biggest gripe about. Hold on, before I get into the piglins, this movie doesn't look good. I've seen a lot of people saying that. This feels like a studio made movie. This is such a like studio shot. It's like people have been comparing it to the, what is it? And what was it? Here. There's a similar thing. It's like what? Here, this. Like, I've seen some people compare it to this image. I think that's a bad argument because they're like, oh my God, it's a ripoff of this image. You have the same colors. Like, it's similar, you know, red, red, pink, pink, blue, blue, or you could say pink, pink. But I think comparing it one-to-one with this and saying, oh, it's just a ripoff of this image, I think that's bad. Because what you'll realize is that this image and like this kind of thing has been done in so many fucking different mediums. Like, there's all the classic shots. I want the one, yeah, like this-ish. The overlooking great area kind of thing. You see this a lot, but it's like, this is a common trope. This like huge landscape shot. You have your protagonists in the foreground so that they are still in focus, but then you can also show this large expansive landscape that, oh my God, they can explore through. It's not unique. It's not. It's a trope and it makes sense, but like this, you know, it feels not great. Just seeing it barfed up again. But it's like how they have this like this old style of real humans in fake world. It feels so trite. It feels so 2000 and whatever, late 2000s, early 2010s. Like, it's just the like fish out of water. That's gonna be this whole movie. Especially when Jason Momoa turns around here and says creeper, oh man. Like, I don't know what the why the fuck they have Jason Momoa's character as that. Jason Momoa would fit this Steve of Minecraft so much better than Jack Black does. Jack Black as Steve? What are we doing? He just doesn't fit it. Jason Momoa would. I've seen some like concept art that people made of like him with like a low haircut, less sideburns, and he has the facial hair for it as well. Like, what the fuck is this? It's so bad. And so what you realize is like this movie and all these things, like this shot with the kind of inconsistent lighting they have, weird lighting they have, that becomes so obviously it's on a green screen because also this is a bad perspective. Not to be that guy, but to be that guy, these 2-block tall things should be his height. I've seen a lot of jokes about, let's see if the comments have it. Yeah, like, look, all these companies are just shitting on it. Or all these, comments. Like, all these people are just talking about, I'm currently writing an emotional apology to Minecraft Story Mode, forgive me. Or we go back to the greatness of Minecraft Story Mode. I can't believe I might have to apologize to Minecraft Story Mode. Now look, when Minecraft Story Mode came out, I was like a little kid. I thought it was cool, but I'm seeing a lot of people re-bring it up now. There are obviously a lot of old goofy things in Minecraft Story Mode. Like, there's this classic clip. At the very end of the first game, this is like the big loss of like hero dying, big character dying, is it's this pet pig who you've had with you for the whole journey.
Bag on his head.
He dies and turns into a pork chop. And then I think in the future games, they have like a little thing for him for the pork chop. This tweet I saw, Minecraft Story Mode was stupid, yes, but it was stupid because it stuck with the source material really fucking well. Like, yeah, the pig in Minecraft is gonna die and drop a pork chop. That's what they do. But this movie has been in production hell. I don't know about you, but I have been hearing about this movie since like it was gonna come out. And there's been so many little bumps in it. Like, look at this, hold on. This isn't what I'm trying to find, but look, he looks so much better as Steve. So currently, the film is being directed by Jared Hess, who, if you don't know, is the guy who, I believe he directed Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre and some of these others. But he's known for these. He's known for Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. These are the most well-known of these films. But these two films aren't for kids. Napoleon Dynamite, it's a weird movie. I've watched it. It is weird. This is not a kid's movie. Same thing with Nacho Libre. Like, this humor does not translate to a kid's movie. And so this movie has been in production hell for the longest time. I mean, the film has been in production since 2012, or like that's when it started being worked with. If we work backwards from Jared Hess, before this it was Peter Sollett. He was the previous director signed on. He's done some things, nothing crazy, but he ended up leaving the project. So then before him, it was in the hands of Rob McElhenney? Yeah, Rob McElhenney, which if you don't know is like the biggest guy behind It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's done a lot. Rob McElhenney has done a lot. He did It's Always Sunny. He's a writer. He's done Mythic Quest. He's done some movies. He's doing Welcome to Wrexham. He's doing a lot of stuff. And so he was previously signed on to the film as the director and writer. For him, his plan was apparently something that was going to embrace a lot more of the kind of open-endedness. I thought one of the greatest assets to Minecraft was they didn't have a fixed nature. It was an open world experience. All you were essentially given was the building blocks to do whatever you want. I mean, it was an amazing tool, infinite possibilities. I felt that could extend to other people. I think everyone feels marginalized to an extent. Your boss is telling you what to do all day long. Your spouse is. You just feel like you don't have this sense of agency over your own life. The game gave you that, and I think that's a really profound experience. And he met with like real big things like Pixar and a brain trust of creatives who worked on Bugs Life, WALL-E, Finding Nemo. And he was given $150 million as a budget. And he also had like Steve Carell signed on to be a cast member. They had Steve Carell locked on a contract, but they don't anymore. Steve Carell was going to be a main cast member. I don't know what, I don't think he necessarily would fit very well in a Minecraft movie, but he was going to be in a Minecraft movie, so that is noteworthy. And so they had it here, and it was stuck with this for a few years, but then apparently once the leadership of Warner changed, the replacement had a different vision. And so Rob's movie slowly died on the vine, as he puts it. But that movie could have a lot. He describes here the potential of it, of having it be embracing this open-ended thing. And so who was before him? Because he was not the first. Well, before him was perhaps the biggest loss. Because before him was Shawn Levy, who isn't as well known as a director, but he definitely should be, because he has done a lot of noteworthy things, such as Night at the Museum. That's what he was known for the longest time. I think he also directed the other ones. And those are kids movies. Those are well-liked kids movies. They don't have the greatest rating, but they're well-liked. But then more recently than Night at the Museum, he produced Arrival. But then even more recently than that, he was the guy who fucking directed the newest Deadpool. He was a director and a producer, and he has really been embraced by Brian Reynolds on social media as being a core part of this movie. And of course, this movie is doing absurdly well. So well, in fact, that I believe it was reported that he was in talks to even be the director for Marvel's next Avengers movie before it was revealed to be going to the Russos. And I think the idea was also, I saw it discussed somewhere that like he may be getting the, Young Avengers, Kid Avengers. He is being eyed up as very smart because of what he did with Deadpool and Wolverine. I know some people shit on Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was good. Most people think it's good, obviously, by how well it's doing. Let's watch this video.
There's another film you're working on that you've now parted ways from, the Minecraft movie.
Yeah,
what happened?
I know. I feel like I've let the children of America down, and someone else may crack it. What happened simply is Warner's asked me to develop kind of how might this ever be a story for a movie, and we came up with an approach that felt good to us. And I discussed it with Mojang, the game makers who make Minecraft, and they're like, that doesn't sound like what we want for if we're going to see a movie get made. We don't know what we want, but that doesn't feel right. And it felt like, okay, I kind of took a shot there. It wasn't the right fit narratively. And
was your take funny, dramatic? What was it?
It was, I guess, it had a bit of a Goonies flair. It was an adventure movie, and I thought it could have been a lot of fun and fulfilled a lot of the kind of qualities that people love about the game, but you know what? It's not my game. They know what they're doing. And so I'm not, I think Mojang is still figuring out what they want, and it just, we gave it a shot and it wasn't the right fit, and so these things happen.
Dare I say there's a decent chance he knew better than Mojang here. Because an adventure movie for Minecraft seems like the perfect thing. Like, that just fits the format well. But so instead, we're left in this weird spot. Because the new trailer has come out, and sure, we haven't seen the full trailer, we've only seen the teaser, but people are shitting on it. Jared Hess says his live-action Minecraft movie aims to avoid an ugly Sonic situation. I just can't disappoint the 10-year-olds or they're going to murder us. And yet that is exactly what we have here with these fucking sheep. So the main issue, obviously, is the art design. It is not good. This style of the real world people in a fictional world, CG world, has been overdone to oblivion. People are tired of it. But I think even considering that, the art design isn't great, because look at it. So you look in the distance and you see some things are pixelated, some things aren't. It's these huge pixels of things, but then up close they're more rougher and smoother. You look at the sheep is blocky, but he has intimate textures here. You look at this arch, there are blocks here, but it's mixed in with these other blocks. There are these mini blocks here, but then there's also mixed in real designs. It doesn't feel committed to anything, in my opinion. And I think there is a way to do this, but I don't know if they're doing it properly. This tweet I saw, oh my god, it just hit me. Why the Minecraft movie looks so off? It's mixels. It's all fucking mixels. I don't know what mixels are, I'll be honest. But I know what voxels are. And so if you ask me how this movie should have been made, art style wise, is voxels. If you're going to commit to the 3D mixed things, then you make it voxel based. And so what are voxels? This is a voxel. This is a voxel. These are voxels. So voxels, I don't know. It's a style of 3D design where every single thing, rather than being multiple polygons, is instead built of cubes. In my opinion, embracing that more would have been good. Like these wider shots, sure, you can have the like mixed things, but I mean for the up close on this sheep, why does that seem like a real sheep's nose? That is disturbing. No one thinks few people think real life sheep are actually cute. Less people think real life sheep are cute than people who think Minecraft sheep are cute. But this just looks weird. There is shit coming out of its nose, realistic teeth, and the eyes look kind of red. In my opinion, you should have made this entirely voxel based rather than this weird actual textures. Look at the piglins. What is this? These are realistic looking piglins. Piglins are not realistic. They are giant pig creatures. Like, look, you can see voxel-based things in the items they're holding. These are all voxels. But for some reason, they have everything else, and it's just like kind of square. Like, what is this? This doesn't look great. I don't know. I think legitimately, if you just made this all much more pixelated and cubular rather than realistic and polygon based, it would look so much better and so much more similar to the source material, or at least feel more accurate to the source material. Because after all, Minecraft's art style isn't just cubes, it's also pixelated, but it's not. It's like this weird hyper realistic. But so looking back at the piglins, so this movie from the seams of the teaser is going for the plot line of humans versus piglins, right? Humans versus the nether. You have these ghasts chained up and the piglins riding them. You have piglins invading the real world. So all these realistic piglins, presumably this is the inside of, this is in the nether, maybe a bastion. And you have back there the seer from Minecraft Legends. But I note the seer from Minecraft Legends because you look at all these different piglins and all of them look practically the exact fucking same. Some of them have nose rings or different sized tusks, or different heights, or some different armor, but for all intents and purposes, they look the exact same. It is boring. And I'll say it, I think the piglin storyline is overdone. It is 2024. Minecraft came out in 2009, but you know what came out after 2009? 11 years ago. In 2013, Captain Sparkles released Take Back the Night. And as far as I know, this is the first time we have seen piglins. Well, he like invented the idea of the piglin. Like you see, these are zombie pigmen here. These aren't even piglins. But then he's fighting some kind of amalgamation of a zombie pigman thing. This is in 2013. Then find the pieces 2 years later. Here is where he actually does more of the piglins. Real pigmen looking people. Not zombies, pig people. This is in 2015. Now, since then, the piglin idea has become more and more mainstream. Of course, these are the antagonists of this. They're the antagonists of the, what is it, Dragonhearted? But since then, you have also seen, what is it, Minecraft 1.16, the Nether update. Here is when Minecraft embraced the piglins, because up until this point, they were still only something created by fans. But here is when they actually became a part of the game. 2020. And since then, they've developed them more and more. You have the bastions, you have everything else. But you know what you also have since then? Minecraft Legends, which fully embraced the piglins. It is a whole game where the piglins are the antagonists. A whole RTS game where you battle against piglins. And the main plot is that piglins are trying to invade. Minecraft Legends came out in 2023. The piglin plotline has become so incredibly overdone. I am bored of piglins. I am bored of them. I don't want to see humans battling pigs anymore. It has been done so many fucking times. Why am I watching this again? This storyline has become redundant, and truly, I think the only reason why they have it is because big, fat, ugly pig you can make fart to joke with. But if you are going to be doing the piglin plotline, at least have some unique designs to them. But they also don't have that. They also only have the same generic looking piglin over and over again. They all look the same. The only unique one is the seer, who, as far as I can tell, is in the background, at least of this shot. Maybe they'll play more of a role in the plot, but you should have more differentiation between all these characters, between all these fucking pigs, so they don't just blend in together. There's the seer. He was in Minecraft Legends. He or she, I don't remember. But all of these other pigs look the same. What are we doing? It is so boring to do another piglin plotline. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, here. Let me open up MS Paint. We're pirates off writing this. Give me some music. Give me shwee, shwala la la. If you, as a man or as not a man, play through Minecraft, here is the Minecraft plotline. Okay, that is just a part of the game inherently. You start off in the overworld, straight up, where there's all your little fucking dumbass sheep looking the wrong way and everything. This is a sheep. You start there. You build your way through. Yeah. You get your, wow, diamond pickaxe. Then you keep going. You get your obsidian. Then you go through and you go into the nether. Wow. Then once you're in the nether, you keep going and you go and find a nether fortress. Wow. Imagine this is all colored in, and there you find the fucking wither skeletons and the blazes and all of this shit. So you keep going and you come back, but oh, you need ender pearls. So then you need to hunt down all the endermen who you have been seeing this whole time and have been somewhat intimidating this whole time, all the way back in here, all the way back during this time. You see them occasionally around. These scary fucking endermen, and you have to hunt them down, and you get enough pearls, and then you can keep going, and then you go into the end portal. Imagine this is well drawn. You go into the end portal, and then you go, and then you have to fight the big fucking dragon. What is her name? Jean? Big dragon. And this is the final boss of the game, pretty much, because once you defeat Jean, you then get her egg. Imagine that's well drawn. And then you jump back in the newly created portal and you get the fucking credits. And then from there, it's free exploration. You can keep going in the end, and then you deal with the shulkers and whatever. But really, the main presence that you feel throughout the whole game is the end, is the Endermen, is the Ender Dragon. Because the whole time, Endermen show up. They show up in the overworld since day one. They show up in the Nether as well. They are like these continual spies that you see watching you. And if you notice them, then they will fucking attack you. And you have to defeat them and then go and find their boss and defeat their boss to then beat the actual game. That is the storyline of Minecraft. But that is not what is adapted into this fucking movie. You could do that so much better by adapting that plotline into this movie. Straight up, if you go with the end plotline, there is a clean way to divide this up. Clean, 100% success. Here, here, here. And you're wondering why. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. That's it. And then right here is your climax. It fucking writes itself. It's so easy. You have the overworld be your first act, finding your bearings. Second act, go to the Nether. Have to fight through the Nether. Have to deal with the wither skeletons and everything in the blazes. And then there even, you can have some run-in with the piglins by just naturally you're in the Nether and naturally you're gonna find the piglins. And then through that, you can set up some kind of sequel bait where then you have the actual piglin evasion storyline. But instead, you go back. You have to fight the Endermen who have been continuously seeing you, and you can do some plotline of how the Ender Dragon was what locked them away in this new world or whatever. And then you go back and you fucking have the credits. You know what's crazy? Here's what's crazy. There was a book. There's a book series written by Mark Cheverton through 2013 to 2017. He wrote more than just these, but he wrote a book series about a young kid who gets transported into Minecraft. And in it, Herobrine is the main antagonist, but also in the first 3 books, the dragon is the primary antagonist. I guess they don't introduce Herobrine until the second series. But even before then, the main antagonist is this Enderman. He is this like boss Enderman who is like blood red, like dark red. So far, based on this one trailer alone, I think this fucking children's book written by Mark Cheverton, an author and engineer in New York, is better than this. Has a better plotline than this, even though this is also incredibly trite of the same fish out of water, human in fake world. But at least in this, there is something more of like the kid is already experienced with Minecraft. And at least in this, he has to more abide by Minecraft's logic rather than in here we have the same way animated people. And in reality, if they're doing some kind of thing of like real world people being transported into Minecraft, there's going to be some mix of like, oh, they have to learn the Minecraft rules, whereas the fake people have to learn the real life rules, right? Who are you? I am Steve. Like, this is dumb. On the dislike counter extension, 1.2 million dislikes. This sucks. This is bad. This isn't the source material. Is this really what Mojang wanted? Because if this is what Mojang wanted, then I don't want what Mojang wants. And so the dumbest argument I've seen amongst all this is the classic one that you'll see whenever something like this comes out. Sorry, the Minecraft movie isn't meant to be for you. The new trailer revealed a movie that's going to delight its core demographic, and that ain't you. I hate this kind of article. This kind of article that says, yes, you like this IP, but you know what? You need to give up on it now that it's like being adapted into a different medium. The thing about Minecraft that has made Minecraft so eternal is the fact that it is not a kid's game. At least not explicitly. It is a anyone game, and kids gravitated to it, sure. But in the beginning, it was not a kids game. It was this niche online game played by people who used to play World of Warcraft and RuneScape. And then it eventually became more of a kids game. But this, if you want to say, oh, shut up in your criticism because this is going to be successful for kids, yeah, probably you're right. You're right that it's going to be successful for kids. But it would be a hell of a lot more successful if it was also good with the core demographic. At least from word of mouth, right? Movies succeed in 2 ways these days. The original push in marketing and word of mouth. That's why so much of things like, what was it? The newest Planet of the Apes movie, it came out, it wasn't doing very well. But then it rose back up to the #1 spot in the box office after a few weeks because guess what? Word of mouth. If you want the Minecraft movie, you can push it from marketing, sure, and kids will watch the hell out of it. But if you want that second revival, that second push, you need that word of mouth. The reason Deadpool and Wolverine has done so well is not just because of the marketing. Sure, they have good marketing, but the reason it's stuck around in movie theaters is because of really good word of mouth. This does not look like it's going to have good word of mouth. I am Steve. It's ridiculous. Because it's also insulting. This kind of thing is insulting to the people who were kids when Minecraft originally came out. Like yours truly. I was a kid. I was only 4 when Minecraft originally came out. I got into it in like 2012 when I was 7. I've spent 12 years being a fan of this fucking game. To say it's not meant for you? Why isn't it? I've sunk 12 years into this shit. It's ridiculous. This kind of article always sucks, and you see it quite frequently. But instead, we're being left with some sloppy fucking film. Instead, we're being left with this film that is gonna be a mess. Straight up. And so to finish my coverage of it, let's watch this one final video.
I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. Oh my god. Is that fucking pig? Because I'm fucking Steve.
I am fucking Steve. Fuck yeah. Like, it just should be Jason Momoa. It's ridiculous that it's not. It's Jack Black? Steve is supposed to be ripped out of oblivion. The fact that he can carry hundreds of thousands of gold blocks on his back. It's ridiculous.